Guys, in a nutshell, I'm not going to have a big compiled list at the end of this video. People skip 90% of the video. It's very detrimental to the video's success and also keeps other people from finding the video as well who may enjoy it. I did, however, spend an extra hour on this video going through all the numbers, so I will include standard deviation, extreme spread, average velocity, and foot-pounds of energy with that average velocity for each round tested. So please sit back, enjoy, and thank you for your understanding. Alright guys, got a massive 22 WMR, 22 Magnum velocity test for you here today. Obviously we're using a rifle here today, but at some point in the future I'll probably redo this with a pistol. So real quick before I get soaked, here's everything we're doing. Here's all your handgun focused rounds. These are designed for self-defense and whatnot to be used out of pistol barrels. We're going to chrono those out of the rifle anyways. Got our A22 here. We got the TNT bullets. These are all different. We got, Hornady's 30 grain ballistic tip, the VNT ballistic tip, your traditional Maxi Mag hollow point, the 40 grain soft point there, Winchesters. We got some arms core, more of the Winchester, the high velocity variants. We got a 50 grain Federal here, the 33 grain Remington, and I thought this one would be neat. It's a 22 WRF, so it's actually not a 22 mag. It's just a little bit shorter. It's kind of equivalent to shooting a 38 special out of a 357 Magnum. I've actually done a gel test on this. And like I said, I've got gel tests on at least 90% of these. Check out the 22/rimfire playlist on the channel for all of that. Anything 22, 17 HMR, and 22 mag is in there, and hopefully eventually 17 WSM. I wanted to make this video as streamlined and as fun as possible, so I don't want to waste a whole bunch of time going over everything. I will announce what I'm shooting as we're putting it over the chrono there to see what the velocity is, and I'll also throw up what the advertised velocity is and from the barrel lengths. Obviously, all this is going to be advertised velocity from rifle barrel lengths, but these specifically, as I said, are geared towards handguns, so whatever they say is for a shorter barrel. Like, I think Critical Defense even says like a 2-inch barrel or something like that. Yeah, 1 7/8 inch. They give you the velocity there, and they also give you the rifle ballistics for a 24-inch barrel there at the top. There's a couple more of these that give different velocities for different barrel lengths. But yeah, that's the gist. So I will just quickly mention what we're putting over the chrono and throw up the advertised velocity and if there's different barrel lengths advertised, and we'll get this party started. So I'm using my Rossi RS22M here. If you want to see a review video on this rifle, I'll put a link up in the description if you want to check that out. Obviously it's semi-automatic. It's got a 21-inch barrel. Some of you guys are going to say I should have used a bolt action, get higher velocity from a bolt action, because a lot of people think you lose velocity from a semi-auto. And while you do, it is so minuscule, it's negligible. It doesn't even matter. I've done extensive research on this. You might lose like 5, 10, 15 feet per second from the semi-auto compared to if I had a 21-inch bolt gun. You'll actually probably see more velocity difference from differences in the chambering and the different rifle types than you will see from whether it's a bolt action or a semi-auto. So there can be a very small velocity loss from a semi-auto, but it's very negligible. So it's very lightly sprinkling. I'm going to get started and see how it goes. Usually once there's a drop or two on those sensors, it won't read worth a crap anymore, but we'll see how it goes. And a real quick note, most of these I have plenty, but there are a few in here where I only have 1 or 2 rounds of each, so sorry, but it is what it is. My budget is extremely tight right now. You have no freaking idea. I'm having to sell stuff just to pay bills right now. It's a long story, but this is what I got. So unfortunately, there's going to be a few of these where it's just 1, 2, or 3 shots because that's all I got for it. But let's see how long we can go here. And there you go. You should be able to see her there, so I don't have to read them off to you, hopefully. As long as we're getting freaking reads. I think we'll try all the handgun ones first here. So I'm going to start out with this Winchester silver tip, and man, the range is getting heavier. I'm about to just shut this freaking thing off. Winchester silver tip, 37 grain, advertised 1,320 feet per second from a 4-inch barrel. Spear Gold Dot. These are 40 grain advertised velocity. Does not give a barrel length. However, they say provides good performance. Barrels as short as 2 inches, and the velocity they give while not stating the barrel length used is 1050. Well, you saw the error there because of freaking rain landing. It's, I think, might be beyond a sprinkle now. I've had a day, let me tell you what. Just trying to do the other videos out here previously as well. So I am not too sure that that last read being so much higher there is even accurate because of this freaking rain. So we're going to wrap up, and it'll just be a few seconds for you guys, but it'll be another day out here when we finish this out. Of course, as soon as I start putting everything up, it wants to stop raining and throw this thing up again real quick. See if I get lucky. Because it's still calling for rain all freaking week. Well, now my order's all messed up, but I don't dare waste any time trying to arrange it unless it starts raining again. And we got a light sprinkle going on right now. So, try to finish out the handgun ones first. And then after that, it's just going to be sporadic. So, let me see here what I find. I found punch. So, we just did silver tips, and then we did the gold dot. So, now we'll do the punch. And then after that, the critical defense. But again, I'm going to let you guys know what each one is as we use them. So, I'm going to spare you guys here. It didn't work out, so we reconvene at the rifle range on a later day. And I'm sparing you the yelling and cursing because not only did the freaking charging handle fly off of this thing, but just prior to that, my PSA Rock 5.7 broke same day recording videos out here, so I was not having it. And if you guys want to know more about the PSA 5.7, I'll have an upcoming video on that to show you what happened to it. And in my walk by there, I was trying to model some new safety glasses for you guys that I really dig. Did a strenuous ballistic test on them, and they survived with flying colors. You can check that test out in the parts, accessories, and optics playlist. And the glasses themselves are listed in all the videos now. Listen to this. You can hear the charging handle bounce off my ammo box and then hear me yelling once I saw it. And I redo these in just a second because my elbow was in the way the whole time blurring it. Oh my God, you have to be kidding me. Well, you guys will not believe the freaking luck I've been having. I mean, geez, I've been trying to record for over a month and can't because it will not stop raining. Today, we're on a completely different day now. I was out here recording different videos, and this is one of the first ones I tried to do back down at the Pistol Bay, and literally the same freaking thing happened. I got the Chrono set up. As soon as I got prepared to start doing it, now let me tell you, it said I looked up this exact location. It said it's not going to rain for several hours. As soon as I got the Chrono set up, it starts sprinkling. We immediately get an error on the Chrono because the freaking raindrop hits it. I'm mad. I put it up. It stopped sprinkling as soon as I put it up. I wait a few minutes. It's still not sprinkling, so I pull it back out. Literally as soon as I pull it back out, go to set it back on the tripod and get started again. Same freaking crap. Starts sprinkling again. So now I'm down here on the rifle bay. I was doing some 100-yard shots with that. Really, really reliably. No misses, except I missed one off to the right. And I adjusted. Anyways, that's another video for another time. So, as long as I can get some freaking reeds under the roof here in this overcast condition and freaking rain, then we can finish up this video. Alright, I was not getting any reeds. It's too dark under the canopy here, but I remembered, hey, my new version of this Caldwell has these nifty little lights, and unlike the old school version, it runs off the same battery. You don't have to have like an external power source or anything. So you just run the provided cables down on the side there, and voila, you got lights. And I did a few tests off camera, and I'm getting reeds now, so we should be able to freaking do this as long as the wind doesn't start blowing back in our face and putting water on this thing. because this is about as far back as I can get, which is only like 3 to 4 yards. And if you get too close to these, you start getting the powder going over, and then you can't get the reeds because it messes up with the powder freaking flying over. But man, I'm gonna get to it. So we're gonna redo the punch since my freaking elbow was in the way previously, and then the Hornady critical defense, and I'll just keep you guys posted all throughout the video what's what. And I'm just having to use a freaking screwdriver and manually cycle this for the time being until I can get them to replace the charging handle that flew off on us. So with how close and cramped we are here, not having room to really do this, I'm just gonna zoom you guys in on the Chrono there so you can see the reads, and again I'll just update you as we go what's what. Hopefully this thing stays in focus with me walking in and out, but no promises. We'll do what we can. So here we go with the Federal Punch. And that is a 45 grain. They advertise 1,000 feet per second from a 2-inch barrel and 1,800 feet a second from, quote, rifle barrels. I'm sorry if the background's too bright there, guys, but I did what I had to so that you could actually see the number on the chronograph in this low light condition. Alright, now just for fun, we're going to do the 22 WRF, which is not a 22 Magnum cartridge. But much like you can shoot 38 Special in a 357 Magnum, you can shoot these in a 22 Mag as well. And these are by CCI, 45 grain, advertised 1,300 feet per second. Surprising that they have enough recoil to cycle the action. Now we're doing the Federal Small Game Jacketed Hollow Point, the blue box, the 50 grain hollow point. And these are advertised 1,530 feet per second for rifles. I completely forgot to do the Hornady critical defense while we were doing the handgun ones, so here's that one. As I showed on the actual packaging in the beginning of the video, they advertise 1,000 feet per second for a 1 7/8 inch barrel, 1,700 feet per second for a 24-inch barrel. Winchester Dynapoint, 45 grain. We only have 2 of these. And these are advertised 1,550 feet per second for a rifle. Winchester Super X, gray box, 40 grain. We got 5. Advertised 1,910 feet per second from a rifle. Arms Core. These are 40 grain, advertised 1875 out of a rifle. CCI Maxi Mag Hollow Point. These are 40 grain, advertised 1875.
CCI Game Point.
40 grain, advertised 1875.
Remington Magnum Premier. We got one. It's the 33 grain ballistic tip.
Advertised 2,000 feet per second.
Alright, the rest of these are all 30 grain, guys. So they should be our fastest velocities. And I'm saving what I think will be the fastest for last. CCI VNT.
Like I said, these are all 30 grain now, except for there's one I forgot that I added to the end. These are advertised 2,200 feet per second.
Hornady VMAX.
Once again, 30 grain and 2,200 feet a second.
CCI Maxi Mag TNT.
30 grain, again, advertised 2,200 feet per second.
Now this is the CCI TNT Green, all copper I believe, which they advertise to be slower.
2,050 feet per second is what they're advertising for this one.
Now the Federal Spear TNT.
30 grains, 2,200 feet a second.
Now these are our last two. They are from Winchester. Interestingly, Winchester advertises them as being 50 feet per second faster than everyone else. 30 grain, 2250 is what they advertise. We got two. We got a ballistic tip, and then we got a jacketed hollow point. These are the ballistic tip. Yeah, those things are screaming, and they seem pretty consistent in the velocity too. So now we'll move to our last one. Again, the Winchester HV varmint, high velocity varmint. And this is the jacketed hollow point.
Interesting. So those were a little bit slower, even though we did crack off a few 23s there. And I have a gel test comparing these side by side if you guys want to check it out. All that's in the 22/Rimfire playlist, anything Rimfire. But I'll go ahead and put a link, easy access for you guys, in the description of this video if you want to check out the gel test on those. Looks like I missed one, the A22s there. 35 grains, got a little game point, soft point on it. Advertised 2,100 feet a second. We got 4 of them in here. Send those over real quick. So what do you guys think? I'll tell you what, it'd mean the world to me if you could hit that like button, share, recommend this video to others, subscribe, and all that. And if you ever feel so inclined, you can hit that super thanks button. It's always appreciated. I'm sorry, you know, I know there's some ammo that some of you guys are probably hoping for to be tested. You know, the Fiocchi comes to mind. There's a few different Remingtons I know that are out there, and I'm sure more. And if I had the funds, I would test every single 22 mag ammo out there if I could for you guys. But this is what I got, and even here, this is several $100s worth of 22 mag ammo. Most of you know by now. Unless maybe you're 60 or 70 and you haven't bought it in 20 years, the 22 mag ammo is almost as expensive as 223 5.56 ammo. Of course, if you haven't bought that in 20 years, you wouldn't know what that stuff runs now. But some of these are over $20 a box for the little boxes. So, you know, I've been saving these up for a few years. I've been doing gel tests with all of these. Again, check out the 22/Rimfire playlist. We got gel tests on all of those. And like I said earlier in the video, I didn't have a chrono for the majority of those. So that's why I wanted to do this huge velocity test for all the people that have been waiting on that. So there you go. And how about this Rossi? Other than the freaking charging handle flying off, this thing runs like a champ. Again, if you want to check out the review video on that, put a link in the description for it. If you guys want to get yourself anything you see me use in any of my videos, like my steel target there, paper targets I use, target stand, a shooting bag, earmuffs, safety glasses, chronograph, and way more, links in the description for all that. And for things I cannot link to on here, make sure you check out my campsite page, which is also in the description, in my bio, about section, whatever. Leave me a comment down below. Tell me what you think. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like. Thanks for stopping by and checking it out. And I hope to catch you on the next one.